Y'all hot as hell tonight.
I just wanted to understand, like,
Not hotter than you in that coat.
Oh shit.
Go ahead, Angie.
I just wanted to know what the
She had that
next.
reply in a tuck.
Hey, she was waiting. She was waiting to use that one.
I know it just came off the top.
I give you that one. Stay on your toes, Kelly.
That's right.
All right, what you say, Angie?
I just wanted to know because it's a lot of. I feel like it when we talk about like provisions and a man providing, or what each person should be providing in a relationship. People understandings of that. So I just wanted to understand where the men think that it's appropriate for like not appropriate, but what a man thinks is reasonable for a woman or another person to expect them to come with when it comes to provision. So like you say a lot of the women, or I didn't see the video, but the video talked about like physical or materialistic things. And obviously we understand that when we talk about struggle love, it can have various meanings outside of just materialistic things, you know. Just having a scarcity mindset, you can find yourself in situations where you're in struggle love. But like I said, I just wanted to see what the man thought was appropriate for women to expect coming into a situation where you want her to fully be in it with you or exclusive or whatever. Or even just dating.
Yeah, like what should a man have? Like I want to know that too, because I know y'all have told us before if a man can't take a woman out on a date, he shouldn't be dating. So what should a man have when going into dating?
I mean, well, yeah, that'll be the
Oh,
basic.
are y'all gonna actually listen? Or are y'all gonna just as soon as we say something y'all don't agree with, y'all gonna cut the fuckers off? What I mean, what we gonna do here?
I'm listening.
So first things first, if you are in a relationship, are in the process of dating or vetting a man for your relationship, first of all, you need to make sure that man has some type of leadership. He can have all the goddamn money in the world, but if he has lack of leadership, lack of priorities, lack of purpose, all that's all for nothing. He just will be a rich asshole providing for you. Is that all you want? That just shows how shallow you heifers are. But you got to make sure he has those certain qualities about him. If he doesn't have them, you shouldn't be getting with him. Unless you like being used and abused, and then he'll toss your ass back out in the streets.
All right, go ahead, Vez, and then Cloud, you want to chime in?
I mean, shit, he said enough.
Okay, Church.
But I want you guys to dig. Okay, so you say leadership, right? Leadership can mean a wide range of things. Give me an example of what that looks like. Like leadership in terms of his community, leadership in terms of his job, leadership in like wanting to tell a woman everything she should or shouldn't do. Like what type of leadership? If we could just break that down.
Well, yeah, I think that varies on.
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that kind of varies from woman to woman to what they would appreciate. Some women
Sorry,
will.
Viz, you echoing in the background. I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Let's make sure I'm muting between y'all. It's getting feedback. So if I mute you, it's only because I'm trying to reduce the echo. Go ahead, Viz.
Yeah, so I think that it depends on what type of woman it is. Some women would appreciate a leader at work to where he's in a high position. Some women may not care about that. How are you a leader amongst your friends? You know, are you a leader in your community? Are you a leader in your church? Are you even with removing the term leader, because all men aren't leaders realistically. So is this man an amazing student? You know, is he someone that follows a very powerful leader, you know, where he's gaining and gathering information from him. So I think as far as with the leadership thing, the values of that differ from woman to woman, because us four men right now on the panel, we will probably excel better in leadership in different areas than the other. You know, Hink may be better at verbally teaching someone versus me being better at visually showing someone. You know, those different things play a huge factor into what the woman is willing to submit to.
Go ahead, Clout.
To answer the leadership part, I would say you can look for intellectual leadership, and I think an easy way to determine that is simply by asking for advice, or giving him the opportunity to make a decision, and then seeing how that decision turns out. You know, I think putting men in just in those positions is a good way to see how they can lead. But I wanted to hear the original question that you asked, because it wasn't leadership. You asked another question, and I didn't get the opportunity to answer.
I was basically asking, what do you men on the panel think is an appropriate range of expectation when it comes to a man? I'm not a man, and a woman coming into the dating phases with a man, because I think that there's some confusion there. Like, I
Right.
know easier to talk about what he can pay for, but we all know a functioning relationship takes more than a man who can pay for things, because we need other factors to contribute, right? So when we talk about leadership, we talk about someone, first of all, who has a sense of integrity, someone who looks out for the well-being of other people, someone who has a vision, you know what I'm saying? Like someone who inspires others. Like we throw around provider and submit and leadership a lot, but a lot of people really don't understand what that means in depth, and so we feel this sense of entitlement when it comes to the next person. But yeah, so my question was, what should a woman expect from a man coming into the dating phases?
Yeah, I don't even know if those characteristics that you just labeled are actual, like, standalone leaders qualities.
But they are. If you just, I'm not just saying this just because it's my opinion. If you kind of like take a deeper dive into what it means, you'll see what I'm saying.
I I get what you're saying. Maybe the definition that women use by default, I don't think fits those qualities. I mean, from what you just said, that's just a solid person. That's a solid man. So
But like if he's a leader in general, then obviously that's going to translate into being a leader for whatever partner you choose. Like so they're like transferable skills in a sense, you
right,
know.
but that still doesn't mean that man is a good leader.
So what makes a man a good leader?
Well, there's a lot of things you can do to determine that, though.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
you can look at a lot of things like credit score. Does he pay his bills on time? What does his crib look like? Is it tidy? Is it clean? Is there stuff all over the place? Is it untidy? What does his car look like? Is his car well maintained? Does it have a check engine light that's been there for 6 months? Or are the tires damn near bald, or are the tires always fresh and washed and clean? How does he maintain his hair? Does he always have a lineup? Does he always have his beard groomed, or is he disheveled half the time?
So a
I
leader
think
has
there are a lot of things that you can use to determine a person's ability to lead themselves. And then by judging their ability to lead themselves, you can judge how they can lead others oftentimes.